There are many different ways of propagating plants. You could do root division, you could take plant cuttings and propagate through those cuttings. You could do air layering, you could do layering. And over the years, I have shown you many of these methods. But there is one method that I have not shown you, and that is layering. Hi, this is Ruchi, and let me show you how to do layering in plants for propagation. So layering is a very simple technique. You take a branch of the plant and you bury one of the nodes of that branch in the soil and stake it so that it doesn't come out, and make sure that soil is moist all the time. And in 2-3 months, that node that you buried in the soil should start to develop roots. To help it further, you can injure that node a little bit. In that case, the plant sends energy to that portion and it develops roots faster. The advantage of this method is because the branch is still connected to the plant, you have not taken a cutting, it doesn't rot or it doesn't go bad. So, it may take long time, maybe in 2 months it has not developed roots, but that's fine. It is still connected to the plant. You don't need to worry about anything. So it may take even months, and that's fine. So this is the simplest way of doing it. In fact, this is a very natural way of propagation. You may have some plants, you may have noticed that if there are some branches which are touching the ground constantly, they start to develop roots there. So that's the simple principle here. So I have a thornless blackberry plant which is not that prolific. Normally blackberry plants are really prolific. You plant them once and they'll be sending runners everywhere, and the whole place will be taken over by that blackberry plants. But this is thornless blackberry and it has a lot of shoots, long shoots. So I thought this is a perfect candidate for layering. So this is my thornless blackberry plant. It's growing pretty tall, about 8 feet high, and you can see the berries are starting to come. This is springtime. Initially, there will be flowers like this. That green berry you can see forming below the flowers, and then they turn red like this, and then they turn black. So springtime, as you know, is the best time for propagation. So this is when I will take one branch, bury it in the container, and we'll see how it grows. And there are lots of branches, going on the side. So I can just take any branch and propagate it. So I've taken this branch and I've scraped it a little bit here so that the green portion shows. Even if you don't do it, it's fine, but I've done it in any case. So I have rooting hormone here. I'll just smear it in that. So that helps in the sense that it will not rot. So then I just bury it in the soil and I'll put a stake so that it doesn't come out of the soil. That's about it. Since I have scraped the branch a little bit, I'm not going to water it today. Maybe in a couple of days I'll water it. But then I have to keep watering it like every 3-4 days and leave it for a few weeks or months, and slowly it should grow roots from there. So we will see. We'll just leave this container as is, make sure that it gets water, and we'll see in a few months. So I buried this branch in the soil a few months ago, and I see that there's fresh growth here. So instead of digging this thing up and see whether there are roots or not, I'm going to just cut it here. Now if there are roots, this will survive. If there are no roots, it will not survive. So we'll see. So it's been a couple of months that we cut this branch off from the mother plant, and I didn't show you the roots because I didn't want to disturb the plant. But if you look at it, it is growing and it even got a flower. So it has taken roots. So maybe we'll get a berry from this. So you can see that the plant has been growing very well, and in that flower now I can see a berry forming. So it was pretty straightforward, you know. I just took a branch, scraped it at the node, buried it, and just left it there for a few months, and it started to grow. The only thing is that it is slower. When you take stem cuttings, it is faster, but then, you know, some of the cuttings, they die also. But in this case, you know, you just bury it maybe in the ground. You don't even have to get a new container, and it starts to grow roots. So I hope this video was useful to you. If you have any questions, leave me a comment and I'll try to answer as soon as possible. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to share it with your friends and family. And I'll see you next time. Happy gardening. Bye.